Daily fantasy contests are now open for the new Premier League season. Build your lineup and accumulate points in real time. Download the Starting 11 app now, available on Android and iOS. Only 3 teams kept clean sheets in Gameweek 11, Leicester, Newcastle and Huddersfield, so it worked out fine to stick with Rui Patricio, despite the tough fixture against Spurs. Bringing in Lucas Fabianski would have actually resulted in 1 less point this week. There weren't many points in defence besides Marcos Alonso's assist against Crystal Palace. Mendy lost the clean sheet to a Danny Ings penalty, while Lacazette scored a late equaliser to see Robertson lose hits. Points in midfield primarily came from Richarlison, who looks to be adapting well to his striker role. He scored a brace during the win over Brighton. It was potentially a missed opportunity not to bring in Sterling for Hazard for a 1-week punt, but the Belgian did at least provide an assist during his cameo. Arnautovic and Aguero both hit double figures, and selling Mitrovic to success surprisingly paid off immediately, albeit by just the 1 additional point. But that was a long-term move made with a view to moving to a 4-4-2 formation, while being able to fund Mendy for this week. So it was a fairly solid game week, with a score of 76 points, and that's seen a green arrow back up to inside the top 50k. With an international break coming up after Gameweek 12, the plan is to save the free transfer this week, and here's a look at how the team is shaping up. Rui Patricio has another tough fixture, travelling away to an Arsenal side that have scored 11 goals in their last 4 matches. Only Chelsea and Man City have scored more in that time. But 10 teams have had more big chances than Arsenal during that period, and despite conceding 6 goals, Wolves have only conceded an average of 5.5 shots inside the box per game over the last 4 game weeks. That's on par with Liverpool, and only Man City and Everton have allowed fewer. The trio of premium defenders are now set in place thanks to last week's transfers, and each of them are at home in Gameweek 12. Robertson faces a Fulham side that have scored just 3 times in the last 4 game weeks. Only Huddersfield and Southampton have managed fewer. It's the Manchester derby this weekend, and although Jose Mourinho's side have scored a respectable tally of 9 goals in their last 4 matches, Man City have only conceded once in their last 7 league matches, which came from the penalty spot. They've allowed opponents just 4 big chances in that time, only Huddersfield have conceded fewer with 3. 6 FPL involvements by Mendy this season rank 2nd best amongst defenders, beaten by only Marcos Alonso with 8. And completing the defence for Gameweek 12 will hopefully be Alexander-Arnold, although there will be some fear of the right back being rotated against Fulham. He started in each of the last 2 league matches, and it's a great fixture if he does play, but if not, Watford striker Isaac Success will be ready to come in off the bench for his away trip to Southampton. Richarlison has returned 3 goals and 1 assist from his last 4 matches, and looks set to continue in a striker role when Everton travel to Chelsea this weekend. His tally of 7 shots inside the box during that time ranks top amongst Everton players, and is just 2 fewer than Salah has taken. James Maddison has been unfortunate not to return points in the last 3 game weeks, where no player has provided more than his 11 attempted assists or his 4 big chances created. Burnley have conceded league high totals of 14 goals, 19 big chances and 58 shots inside the box during their last 4 game weeks, and they've conceded 4 goals or more in each of their last 3 league matches. No midfielder has taken more than Mohamed Salah's 9 shots inside the box over the last 4 matches, a tally matched only by Martial and Mahrez. Fulham have conceded 13 goals in that time, just 1 fewer than Burnley have shipped in the last 4. Eden Hazard completes the midfield, as Chelsea welcome Everton to Stamford Bridge. After his appearance from the bench last game week, the Belgian should be primed to return to the starting lineup. Everton have conceded the fewest shots inside the box during the last 4 game weeks, but only 4 teams have conceded more big chances in that time, while no team have scored more goals or had more big chances than Chelsea. 8 shots on target by Arnautovic in the last 4 game weeks can only be bettered by Pogba and Morata, with 9, though the West Ham forward has played 1 less game in that time. Only Man City and Chelsea have taken more shots inside the box than West Ham over that period. But Huddersfield could provide a challenge for the Hammers, having conceded the fewest big chances in their last 4 matches, while only 5 teams have allowed fewer shots inside the box. Sergio Aguero completes the team, ahead of the Manchester derby, often a difficult game to predict. Man City have scored 17 goals at home this season, and they've had 11 more big chances on home turf than any other side. The Argentine has been directly involved in 12 of those 17 goals, averaging 10 points per game at the Etihad. There are 3 fairly strong captaincy contenders this week, with Salah, Aguero and Hazard all playing on home turf. But undoubtedly it's Liverpool who have the most favourable fixture on paper. Fulham have conceded more away goals than any other side this season, while only Burnley have allowed opponents more big chances on the road. With that in mind, it has to be Mo Salah who takes the captain's armour.